Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, or according to the part of the world that you are following, and welcome to the first talk show entirely dedicated to goalball. This is an event organized by ECA, the European Goalball Clubs Association, which was born in April of 2018, responsible for all the European clubs competitions, male and female. ECA started this year to develop all the communications in different platforms, and this talk show is one of the events. You can follow this show on our YouTube channel, but also will be available in podcast format at Spotify and Google Podcasts. I'm Pedro from Lisbon, and I'm co-hosting this show with Vilma from Vilnius. I'm a Portuguese journalist and made the first live TV broadcast of a goalball game in my country in February of 2018 in the Super European Goalball League in Malmö. Vilma is widely known in the goalball family. She is also a professional journalist and public relations specialist. She passionately promotes goalball and Paralympic movement in Lithuania and has got several international awards for the best sports communication campaigns. She was awarded last year with the Best European Referee Prize. It's a privilege to making history with you, Vilma.
Thank you, Pedro.
But we are the least focused on this talk show. Our first guest is one of the most unavoidable figures in the goalball family. He is 33 years old, will make 34 next August. He is the president of ECA, but a well-known goalball player in which he started when he was only 10 years old. He is still the best scorer in the Super European Goalball League with 414 goals. He was also MVP in the World Cup of 2014 when his country, Finland, finished at second place. He was part of the Team of the Year in 2018 next to Leomon Moreno from Brazil and Justas Pazarauskas from Lithuania. He has a lot of other interesting points that we will talk about in this show, and I'm pretty sure that you already know which person I am talking about. Erkki, Miinala, thank you for being our first star in the show. And I'll pass the ball to Vilma so she can start our voyage. Quiet, please. Your play, Vilma.
Quiet, please. Quiet. Thank you, Pedro. I think that referees say this word quiet, please, maybe 100 times per game. Erkki Miinala, what happens in your body when you as a player hear this? Quiet, please, and whistle.
Yeah, of course it depends which situation we have in the game. It's when I'm starting to defense. Of course, I'm listening where the ball will come, and I concentrate to listen the ball and what will happen from the other side. But of course, when I starting to throw, of course I have talked about the place where I'm gonna throw and which kind of throw I will do, and it's of course then when I hear the quiet please, I'm full of energy, full of some aggression, and full of as many of you know, my play style is very aggressive many times, and yeah, I also, of course, I'm very concentrate whatever it's gonna happen when I hear the quiet please. Will I defense or throw? It doesn't matter. I'm all the time concentrated in the match.
Okay, so you said you are concentrated and listening carefully, but in this talk show, we will be concentrating and listening carefully to what you say, and you just relax.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so now we are talking in the middle of May, and this weekend, it was supposed to be a very different weekend for you, Erkki, as well, because you were planning to play the final Super European Goalball League games, yeah, in the middle of May. So what was your reaction and action when you realized that, oh, I have to change the plan?
Yeah, of course, it was on March we were in Vancouver, maybe the last international goalball tournament before the Corona lockdown, the whole world. And yeah, during the Vancouver visit, we have to make a decision that we can't organize the Super European Global League final stage here in Espoo. As you said, it was planned to be on this weekend, but I have to make a very quick movements. I have to take contact to all our partnerships and all our cooperation partners that we have to postpone the tournament. And yeah, I'm very happy that for example, Espoo City was very flexible, and they were very helpful to find a new date for the final stage, and all of our partners and cooperation bodies were very they understand well that situation, and I'm very happy that and if everything will get better, we will play the Super European Global League final stage on December here in Espoo, Finland, and it will be maybe the greatest global tournament during 2020. I think so.
Oh yes, I believe that people are looking forward for everything to come back. So you said that you had to take decisions while you were in Vancouver, in the famous Vancouver tournament.
Yeah.
So this was your last photo on Facebook from Vancouver. You and Fatmir Seremeti drinking Corona beer. So I thought this is how you spend your time now.
Not the moment. I think so. It was after the tournament, yeah, and maybe some people know that I'm very concentrated and very focused in sport. But after the tournaments, I have to take some days
Corona beer.
Corona beer, and for some party and take a relax. And after the high concentrate, and of course it was some joke from me and Fatmir. but yeah, of course at the moment after Vancouver, of course I take a couple of weeks rest, but after that I have make a lot of workouts. Of course I have to be at home and doing my workouts here at home, and I have put a lot of focus on to raise my fitness level, because maybe it's not my weakness, but maybe think that I have to get better. Sometimes it's my fitness level, and this time I have last 1.5 month I have done a lot of work for my fitness level, and I have make a lot of exercises. I have jogging and running and make the paces much better. And I think so when we can start get back to the goalball court on June here in Finland, and I think I'm very good shape at my fitness level. But of course I have no any touch of goalball. We have only once in a week we can go to throw for 1 hour. That's all that we can do with the goalball right now. But of course I have do a lot of workouts and raise up my fitness level.
Erkki, is there any specific exercise specific to goalball players? I mean, every sport has is their own specifications, and I know that the ball is very heavy in goalball. So you have, I don't know, maybe to work a little bit harder on your arms, on the muscles on the arms. I mean, is there any specific exercise for the goalball players that are in lockdown in this moment?
Yeah, I think it's at the moment. I think most of goalball players have a problem that they can go to the gym to make, of course, exercises with the heavy lifts, heavy weights, and of course they have to use a lot of circuit training, use their body weight, and of course I have done a lot of circuit training, cardio training, like that. Of course, it's a basis. It's a basis for the goalball player. It's the very important thing that you have a good fitness level. But of course, then we have a specific training about you have to get some core training, your midriff muscles back and front, and of course I do a lot of exercises with gym balls. I throw much heavier balls than goal ball is, like 5 kilos gym ball. I make many kind of throws that I can develop my midriff muscles and my, of course, my explosivity, and of course there's a lot of things, and but one is important is that I make a lot of gym balls throwing and get the more power there, and of course, yeah, at the moment I believe that many people must do some circuit training, and it's very important in goalball that you have a good cardio and good fitness level.
Yeah, I think it's the right time to announce that the next masterclass topic will be about training with the USA player who is also a personal trainer. So this will be a very interesting topic, what you started talking about. And you know, Erkki, now you are very famous as a player, and now you are getting more role as a president of European Global Club Associations. So I would like to ask more about that. During the last masterclass on Facebook, you said that association has planned much more, not just Super League, but many more small tournaments for global clubs. Can you tell about this idea?
Yeah, it's we know that the Super European Global League is, of course, it's not the cheapest way to develop your club. Of course, it's idea that the best players and best clubs compete together, and of course we need some more, maybe not so high level club tournaments, but of course we have to get lower steps to clubs to organize to club tournaments, and this way we would like to we have created Euro Grand Prix, which will start on January 2021 and runs through the next year. And we hope that we will get many clubs become inspired this chance to organize more some club tournaments. And I think maybe also many countries which are developing goalball, like there are a lot of countries Balkan side, and I think there is some countries also in Central Europe that they have not so much international goalball experience at all, but this is the great opportunity for them to organize some tournaments, and of course they will get help from us, and we will help them as much as we can, and we are looking forward to that we can get a lot of international club tournaments in new countries, and that's our plan, and that's our goal, to develop club goalball around Europe.
Erkki, this European Grand Prix is also a good way to create some basis for other players that cannot achieve the professional level in a short way. I mean, this is like a way to create the basis for all the players that can play goalball across Europe.
Yeah, that's true, and I believe that this Euro Grand Prix will tempt a lot of new players in the on international level, and it's of course many players are a little bit scared about if we have to go only Super European Global League. There is the best throwers in the world, best players in the world. It's a very scary thing for some players, but if they get some slower steps to take, and this could encourage them to someday they are in the Super European Global League also, and we really need that step, Euro Grand Prix, and I'm very excited about that we could find many clubs to organize this kind of tournament.
That's great. Erkki, I don't know if you remember, but once you called yourself, you said, I'm a goalball maniac.
yeah. It was before Rio, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So why is it? What do you love about goalball? Because we can feel this passion coming from you that you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I have been always in love with sport, any kind of sport, and I love the competitions, and I love sport at all. Since I was young kid, I have been always loving sport, and I have always been a sporty guy. But yeah, goalball became my life. I tested first time when I was 8 years old, I think so, in some blind school here in Finland where I was visiting. But yeah, after that, I have lived in northern Finland, and there was another chance to play goalball, and
when you say north of Finland, you say Lapland.
Yeah, yes, Lapland. Yeah, I'm from Kemi town. It's Lapland area, and yeah, it was very difficult to get any trainings there, but when I get 20-year-old, I moved to southern Finland, and then I started to train as a professional. But of course, I don't. Goalball is a so fascinating game. So it has so many levels. You have to be, if you would like to be a great player, you have to have a great fitness level physically. You have to be strong and fast and explosive. You have to have to be mentally strong, and you have to have good motivation to train and concentrate during the matches, and it's so many levels that it's inspiration about goalball. It's so much for me, and I don't know. I will love goalball throughout my life, I know that it's so big, big, big love in my heart, and that's, and also that team sport effect is, it's very fascinating, and I'm really, of course, I can say honestly that I haven't been always the best team player, and that's one thing that I have learned during my career, and to respect my teammates, respect my opponents, and respect referees, and of course, yeah, in the later years, in the early years, I was very, maybe many people say that I was asshole and diva and something like that, but
A
yeah,
rebel one, a rebel
yeah, I'm a
one.
rebel. Yeah, really the goalball mania crazy guy. But but yeah, this at the moment, I respect so much people who are involved in goalball, and most of them are so working as a volunteers, and they are not getting any money about that. They are doing from the bottom of their heart that work, and it's give me also a lot of inspiration and passion to be involved in goalball.
Okay, Erkki,
Mm.
do you remember your previous coach, Timo Laitinen?
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Do you know that Timo said that you are such a strong person, and you can read the game spectacularly, and that he would like to write a book of your life with you. Can you imagine your coach saying this?
I have to say first that thanks to Timo, and I can tell you that Timo is one of the most important person behind me. He has always trusted me, and he has been always encouraged me, and he has supported me so much during my career. Before I went to part of Finnish national team, okay, I was very motivated and passionate for goalball, but I also have a big problems in my life, and some behaving problems and alcohol problems before I go to national team player. And but Timo, he take me as his son, and he always supported me, and he's the one of the biggest key that I became this kind of global person. And I'm really glad and really honored to hear his comments, and of course about I think this he should try write a book, and I can promise that I will also write a book about my goalball career and about my life, and that's the one project during next couple of years that I will do.
Wow, that's a good news.
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
ask another question also related to you and the coach Timo Laitinen, because you won the Paralympic gold, yeah, in London.
Mhm.
You were there, and I remember that your team, you were the last ones in the group, yeah. You
Yeah,
took
we were.
fourth place in the group, and then
Yeah.
suddenly you became Paralympic champions. What happened?
It's a good question, but because of course before the London Paralympic Games 2012, we were being very successful, we won the IPSA World Games 2011 as well as European Championships 2011, and we were really dominating team in the world. And then we go to London Paralympic Games, and maybe it was the first 3 matches we were very I don't know, we were not concentrate too much. We were a little bit too much excited because we thought before the games that this is our time to win the Paralympic gold medal. It's and we are favorites, and maybe this came to in our heads. And of course, I think I was the maybe the worst one in that.
The worst one.
Yeah, I think so, because maybe I have some problems. I try to do it by my own. I believe I have great confidence, but it was enough maybe, and then I was trying to make all by myself. And after that, we have to make a totally new way to approach our game plan. And I start to only defense, and then we start to play together and start the defense together, and believe in ourselves. After 2 victories in the group matches, then we know that okay, we can do that. And we talk together a lot of after the 2 matches and 2 victories, and we talk together. Yes, now we can do just what we can. We are the best if we just concentrate and believe in ourselves and play together. And after that, it's maybe some kind of trick and some kind of magic what can how can we can change our playing. And after that, we let in only 2 goals in the last 3 matches, and it was totally different situation when we start to work together and believe in ourselves that all the work that we have done, it's we have still the chance to win the Paralympic gold medal. We are still alive, and now we should put all in and believe in ourselves and work together.
So you said that the strategy was that your coach said that you should only defend.
Yeah.
What is sweeter for you? More sweet to score the goal or to defend a strong shot?
For me, of course, I started to play at center position, and in that position, of course, it was the most important thing. First for me, it's just defense. But when I developed in throwing, and of course, I love to make goals, and I love be the hero, of course. But at the moment, of course, it's my job to make goals, but still the most important thing for playing for me has been always defense. But of course, now my role is much different than in early days, but still the number 1 is defense. And I try to, of course, all the time concentrate and keep my defense at good level. And of course, it's it's a harder because I'm getting older and I'm not so big guy. Maybe I'm getting a little bit slower. Of course, I have to put more and more concentration for the defense and and my opinion is that I need to be good player in both sides. But first, if you can defense and don't get any goal in, you have a very good situation to win the matches.
We will have to make the first little break in our talk show, but we will have to be right back. Don't go out. So, back again, Erkki. Now about the global and national context. We will talk about goalball in a minute, but I have to make a little provocation here because 2 years ago I was in Finland. I visited Lapland. I was in Sariselka. And in Finnair, the airplane, there was a brochure about the country. And one of the fun facts that Finland has is that you have 200,000 lakes almost. I mean, you are known. Finland is known as the thousand lake country, but you actually you have 200,000 lakes in the country. But the number that was got to me is that you have 2 million saunas.
Yeah, yeah, that's true, and I think this is the Finnish traditional, and yeah, 2 million saunas. I don't know that amount, but yeah, I believe that because here in
you are also a sauna guy, no?
Yeah, I like to visit there. I'm not maybe biggest fan like most of Finnish guys are, but I like to visit in sauna and with the friends, and here I have here in my apartment I have also sauna, and I think most of Finnish people have sauna in their apartments. But
oh, now I know where 2 million are.
Yeah, that's true.
So what can you say more about your country?
As you know, Finland is a very large country. It's there is long distances between the cities, and of course, most of people are living in southern Finland because in Lapland there is very cold, and
I know.
and, yeah, you were there, and yeah, most of people are living in southern Finland, and of course, we have only 5 million people living in Finland, or almost 6 million, and that's why there is I think a lot of there is people, not so many people living near to close to each others, and Finnish people are sometimes maybe a little bit calm and distance, I think, but little bit extrovert people, but I think it's but Finnish in Finland we have a very reliable people, and we have this very they are very hardworking, and I think when you have been in contact with Finnish guys more, they are you can really reveal that they are very love to joke and love to laugh and tell the stories and all like this kind of people. And of course here is yes, sauna culture is is very, and people love to of course take some beers during the sauna sauna tradition, and of course in Finland there is a 4 seasons. So of course we have a summer, autumn, winter, and spring, and they are very different kind of seasons, and yeah, as you know, there's a lot of nature in Finland because as I said, that there's a long distance between towns and cities, and there is a lot of countryside and a lot of nature, beautiful nature, and lakes and all the it's
So about goalball in Finland, do you have any idea of how many people are practicing goalball right now in Finland?
yeah, I have, and I think at the moment we have about 60 players in Finland. It has been the same for, I think, maybe during last 20 years. Maybe we have 50, 60 players about every year. Of course, some old guys pulled out and some young guys comes in, but about 60 players.
And how do you consider that number? I mean, confronting the other numbers of the other European countries, or do you think Finland is okay with the practicing?
Yeah, I think that I can say so much. I would like to make a survey how much other countries have players, but in Finland. Of course, we want to get more players, but it's a difficult process to find them, and we have tried to find ways to reach people to come to test and come to practice. But of course, it takes for a long time to get more players, but 60 players, of course, we get. In four cities in Finland, we have weekly trainings and.
You don't have goalball in the north of Finland, no?
In Oulu city, it's the northest place, and it's it's almost in the middle, but Oulu city is the and maybe Rovaniemi sometimes they have once in they have also once in a week, because. Yeah, Rovaniemi and Oulu, and they are in the northern Finland, and my hometown is in the middle of Oulu and Rovaniemi. And when I will visit there during the summertime, this summertime I will visit also in Oulu city for the training goalball, because they have now the training possibility there. Yeah.
Okay, I know that you are also a member in goalball section in the Finnish Paralympic Committee.
Yeah, yes.
So what are your ideas on the national level? Like I heard that you are planning to test the camera system. Is it
yeah, it's it's a one very important thing that we have to test, and I'm very excited if we can find some ways to do it with a low expenses, and we can test during maybe next season some examples how it could work. But about national level here in Finland, we have 2 divisions. SM Syria is the highest level for there's most of players, at the moment all the players are male players, and then we have one division where we have also male players, some old and young guys, and of course female players, and a lot of female players, and at all we have national league, and it has been very working. We have a good tournaments. They are good organized, and there is a good referees, and we have this way we have a good matches during the season. And yeah, also sometimes we have some visiting clubs from other countries here. And yeah, I think in Finland we have a very good situation with the national league, and yeah, that's we can test some new things here, and like this camera idea, it's one which we can test maybe during the next season.
Erkki, did you hear expression Finnish mafia? And I mean you are the president of European Golf League Association. Finnish Kari Räsänen is the president of IPSA Global Subcommittee. So this is a joke, Finnish mafia. How is it? Do you have some special management skills training in Finland?
I don't know. Maybe, as I said before, that Finnish people are very reliable and very hardworking, and I think most of times they are very kind, and they are yeah. It's maybe we have some magic here in Finland about people, but of course it depends that there are very good global system here in Finland, and here the people are encouraged, and we are really encourage people to come as a referee or player or some other way to get on international level. We like to make international cooperation. We like to be in the heart of goalball, and that's the point. And we have found good people to this kind of positions also, and for me it's a big pleasure that I have been chosen the first president of Erkki, and people trust in me, and I'm very honored about that.
Let's make our second break, and we will be just right back for the third and last part.
So we start the third part. It is more personal part, asking more personal questions about Erkki Miinala. So now, Erkki, we will have a short, blitz questions, very short questions and short answers session. 3 questions, and you answer in 2 or 3 words. What comes to your mind when you hear the words Free Heart?
Great hard rock band.
Okay. Old Power.
My dear club.
Okay. And number 4.
It's best number in the world. In the
Wow. It's your number, yeah?
Yeah.
You have been playing number 4?
Yeah, in the national team. Yeah, it's my.
Okay. So you said Free Heart is the best rock band in the world, or?
No, not that. Yeah, it is the maybe best, but very great hard rock band from Kemi town, from Lapland.
Okay, so tell us more. Are you a member of this band?
Yes, I'm a member, and I have played over 20 years drums.
Over 20 years?
Over 20 years, yeah.
Okay.
Over 20 years drums, and I have played in several bands, but Free Heart has been my band last 15 years. We have played together, yeah, and of course first years we were not so active. We just train and make some own songs. But after 2010, we have started to be more active, and we have published 2 full-length albums, 2014 and 2017. And
originals?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
who write the songs?
Yeah, just about the songs. My little brother, who is our singer, he is also great musician. He is a very multi-skill musician. He's make most of our songs, but nowadays I'm behind all the lyrics in the songs, and we have a new album is coming. It's now coming through the mixing process, and it will be out on this summertime. We have a new album, Free Heart album, and all of those. I think we have 10 songs in that, and I have made lyrics for the 8 of them. And yeah,
so you are a kind of a poet, no?
Yeah, I'm a little bit. Yeah, I love to write songs, and I love also as I said, my dream is to write also books. For me, for my global career, I will do book, and maybe later I try to make some more books. And as I said, yeah, it's pretty hard. I write the lyrics, but of course I'm also drummer of the band and sing backing vocals, and yeah, we have been.
Erkki, can you show how you sing backing vocals?
Well, okay, I try to find some inspiration now. Okay, this is my some backing vocals from the song from our new album. It's called "Rock the Pain Away," and it's telling about maybe some story about how to release the beast inside, and it's
very much about global.
Yes, really. Also, it does. Yeah, release the beast inside.
Okay, so
awesome.
This explains a lot of things, because I don't know if you noticed, but on goalball court, when you play goalball, very often you do these movements with your fingers as if you play drums.
Yeah, drums. Yeah, that's true. And
I used to think that you were being nervous, but now I understand that you are.
Maybe it's also that I'm nervous, but I love the drumming. I have that rhythm in my blood, and it's that's why I'm doing that all the time.
But Erkki, to play the drum, you need to really be in a good shape, because it will get from your physics, no?
Yeah, really, it's really for I play hard rock and heavy metal. It's really physically, it's really hard and difficult, and also because I singing back vocals, it's sometimes very hard. And
so you get more tired in a goalball game or after a gig?
I think only one goalball game during the day. It's nothing compared because one gig, one concert I played, it's I'm after that I'm full of sweat, and I'm really tired. But of course, if I have a 3 goalball matches, it's maybe the same.
Okay. You know, when I first saw the picture of your band, Free Heart, you look so muscular there. I thought you were a personal trainer. Your hands look as hard as a brand new goalball ball, you know? Really, it's hard. But now I see that you have many more roles. But can you tell us how do you create lyrics? I mean, really, for common people, it's, you know.
It's most of course, most of lyrics. I'm a very creative people. I can tell, and then I create lyrics from many kind of themes, many kind of subjects. Sometimes.
Give us example. Give us example. You are sleeping and wake up. You have an idea, or what?
Most of times I have ideas before I go to sleep, and I'm lying on the bed and I start to think about the things, and I open some stream in my mind, and then I start to think about this could be good. Good sentences, good lyrics for that song, and most of times I don't have a music already done, but I have just ideas about what I would like to say, and I have many kind of many kind of issues to make songs and make lyrics. Of course, sometimes I'm criticized some things, something in the whole world, or our society, or maybe sometimes I'm telling stories about playing gigs, or having some parties, and all kind of stuff. And yeah, it's a very interesting process to write down the lyrics, and finally when you find music and lyrics, they band together. It's great to have something ready, and something great music.
Will you ever consider playing a gig after some goalball tournament in Finland?
Not yet. It would be an exciting thing, and
we would love that.
Yeah,
I would go to your concert and dance.
Maybe you will get a chance in the future, I think.
Yeah. So, and there is one question maybe related to this. I think that about writing lyrics, that you maybe have a inspiration from your girlfriend, who I think is a great person, and she's also a goalball player. Yes.
Yes.
It's Susan Halme. She is a player of national Finnish team. Yes.
Yes. She's not currently playing anymore in the national team, but she's still playing goalball. Yeah.
Okay, so how is I love this. I love these love stories in goalball. I think it's great. You know, so can you tell us about that? Like, do you talk about goalball all the time? Do you train together? Do you argue about goalball?
Yes, of course. Both of us are very interested in goalball, very focused on goalball, and many times we have a lot of conversation about goalball, and sometimes we are maybe disagreeing, so maybe some things, but
really?
but
so
yes.
What can you fight about in goalball?
Maybe how to organize some things in goalball, and some tournaments and like that, but or in trainings. But after all, of course, we are most of things we are agree, and we of course we love to talk about goalball. Yeah. Both are very inspired of the sport, and it's very nice to have people in your life that you can anytime if you need, you can talk about and see understands about my feelings in goalball, and it doesn't matter if it's hard days or great moments. It's she understands that well, and she can support me, and I can support her, and it's a good, very good thing to have this kind of relationship.
Okay, that's really sounds very honest and sincere, because in the beginning I thought that that you thought there is this strict referee, Juha Halme. How can I make him kinder? Maybe I will become friends with his daughter, who is a player. No, wasn't it like this?
No, it's I think it's only for a long story about we have the familiar ourselves, and yeah, it's many years we have been friends, and now we are together, and it depends. Juha is also is a great guy, and I think I have been in very good. I have very good relation with him for many years.
Okay, so this is just like a bonus that the father of your girlfriend is a referee.
Yeah, that's good.
Juha Halme, you are a bonus. That's nice. How do you train? Do you train in the same way, man and woman, you and Susanna?
Yeah, I think we do a lot of same kind of exercises. Nowadays we are both training at home, and we can share ideas. We are many times if Susanna has made some exercise, she can tell me that I do like that. You can try, and many times we change ideas and share some workouts, and sometimes we train together and support each others, and it's very good. Also we can go out to have some long distance walk, and we are doing a lot of workouts together, and it's very nice to have some friend and to train with you, and also you can give some examples how to train and share the ideas.
Okay, who has got longer hair, you or Susanna?
Susanna still. Okay. She's the winner.
Okay, are you trying to catch up?
I have tried, but maybe my hair's not getting longer anymore.
Okay, you said that you are going to write a book in 2 years period. What would be your main idea? What is that main idea that drives you, that the message that you want to tell to other people, to encourage them, inspire?
It's I think because I loved to write, and I have tried to. I have many years. I have thinking about that idea to write the book, and of course, the main idea to do that is to tell, of course, goalball players, athletes, but also all kind of sport persons and whoever in life that I have gone through very hard situations in my life. I have gone through very tragical moments in my life, very sad times, and after that I can be Paralympian and Paralympic winner, and one of the most known goalball player in the world. Maybe I have a lot of inspiration to give people a lot of encourage and inspiration about, even if you are very down and depressed and lonely, you can get the second wind. You can come back from the shadows, and you can fight for your life and fight for your dreams, and maybe something like that. I would like to tell in my book.
Oh, please write it in English, okay?
Yeah, really.
We would like to read it. Really,
Yeah.
I could never think that Erkki Miinala would ever kind of make me cry now when I'm listening to you. Okay, that's nice. And I also wanted to ask you, I see that you have this big vision for goalball, for goalball family, for all the people. How would you put it in 1, 2, or 3 sentences? What do you really wish for everybody in goalball? What is your big vision, big goal?
Yes, my goal is that goalball will get much more visibility, much more. We can find much more athletes, referees, coaches to be involved in this greatest sport in the world. I believe that goalball deserves a lot of more than we have now, and that's why I'm hard working, and put all that I got for that development and improvement of goalball.
Erkki, this talk show is also part of a wider project that Eke is becoming to develop, which is the Goalball TV. Can you talk us about a little bit about the project?
Yeah, it's a very fresh project idea, and now we are making things happen. And it's Goalball TV will be a project where we all the clubs around Europe and all the national from the countries of Europe, they can share news about their national leagues, and they can make some presentation about their clubs and the club history and everything about their clubs. And this way we would like to get more visibility of the goalball national leagues in Europe, and also for the clubs. We want to get more clubs to know, and more clubs to get more visibility for them. And of course, it's very important that clubs could get visibility in this kind of way. Some goalball TV videos, and this is the project that we want to encourage goalball people to develop their clubs and make more clubs if they are thinking about can I create own club. And this way it's easier to promote your national league and promote your own club.
Perfect. Vilma, one last question so we can end this first episode of the Quiet Please talk show.
I wanted to ask, well, when I was in Paralympic Games, I met sponsors, people who have nothing to do with sports, and they say, we come here to get inspiration, to really get something you don't get anywhere else. What are your lessons from the Paralympic Games? What kind of inspirations do you get there from all the Paralympic sports and all the people, all the strong people who come together?
Yeah, they are very unique events, Paralympics. There are a lot of people who have lived very hard lives, and they have come through very big difficulties to get there, and it's a very unique atmosphere in Paralympic Games, and there are people. They breathe together, they dream, and they are really, of course, concentrating for the sport, but they love to also meet other people and share their stories, and of course having fun and meet people around the world. It's a great for all the people to visit in Paralympics, because they are so unique event where people can learn so much during one day. If you can go to watch some goalball match or blind soccer or wheelchair rugby or any kind of sport, it's there is a real champions. All the people that they are, all the athletes who are competing there, they are champions. I think that they have gone through hard times and difficulties to get there, and that's why there is a great atmosphere, and I think it's one of my most unforgettable moments in my life, that I can be part of 3 Paralympics so far.
Okay.
Erkki,
Uh,
one
Yeah.
one last question about what do you think it will be the Goalball Club World Cup in 2021?
It would be amazing, I think, because it's fantastic to have a first time this kind of club tournament. I'm very excited to meet, of course, all the goalball friends around the world, of course, but also that they are playing for their clubs, and it's quite different situation to play for your club, many times for your club, than for your national team, and there are different maybe different motivation, and of course there are some new players also in that clubs, and which who we have never met before, and of course it will be great show, I think so, because and I believe that sporting will have a great place for us to play, and great facilities to make great the first World Cup in the goalball history.
Perfect, Erkki.
Yes. I want to say thank you, Erkki. I was very happy to see you in the different light, that you not just drive referees crazy, but you also drive the goalball world forward. You make things happen in goalball. I'm
Yes.
very, very happy, and thank you for this conversation.
Thank you very much, and all the people. I hope that you are feeling good and healthy, and take care, and I hope that we will soon meet most of you in the goalball areas.
I also want to say thank you to both of you. Vilma, thank you for co-hosting this with me, and also Erkki for being the first actual hero to make this road on our Quiet Please talk show, the first one entirely dedicated to goalball. But before we go, I just want to say to the people that are following us on this webcast that they can sign up in the ECHE Association website to be volunteer for all the initiatives that the association is creating, so we can build a path and good future together for this great sport that is goalball. Erkki, once more, thank you for being on this Quiet Please talk show. Vilma, also thank you, and we'll see you on the next episode in 2 weeks.